Alrighty, hey guys, and welcome to the Igloo today. So first off, I want to be doing something which is going to be a little bit different, which again, I'm trying to do at least one of these a month of these community updates with my YouTube channel and what I'm trying to do, and just trying to be as open with you guys as possible. So first of all, before PvP starts tomorrow, which is going to be one of the bigger things when it comes to Fallout 76, is that it's going to have a few different things that might need to be further tested. So look forward to all that kind of content when that's going to be coming out. So the next thing that I'm going to be covering is what NDI is. And for what NDI is, and I've already talked about it if you were already looking at my channel through the community letter, is that it offers the same kind of advantages as a capture card. So right now it's on the same level as 1080 30 FPS for most of what my games are. And that's because of the bandwidth that it actually operates on, which is 100 megabits a second. Now, if you guys know that, well, 1 gig connection can have a throughput of 100 megabits a second concurrently throughout the whole iteration, and that's pretty much flooding my whole bandwidth when it comes to my Ethernet. So that's why you see a few different jitters and stirs when it comes to it. Otherwise, you have to go to 720p, like around 60 FPS or 900p or something like that. So to solve this, and this is to be the most important part, I am going to be working around and getting like a 10 gig switch as well as two 10 gig cards. And this is going to be pretty much a solving of the point of having a few different things and knocking out so many birds with one stone. So first thing that I'm doing this for is that it's going to have a faster connection between both the computers. So then I'll be able to render on this computer that I'm talking to right now, and then I'll be able to render on that computer so that I'll be able to increase productivity, do some shit, making sure everything else is good and completely just great. And I want to be able to do this productivity on both these computers. This one, like where most of my videos have their microphone for, is that it's the Snowball. The one that I'm talking to right now is the Yeti on top of it, with just a little bit of noise compression and a few other things that just needed to get like fixed. But when it comes to just overall, I mean, I already have both of the setups when it comes to this kind of stuff. So once I have everything installed, I want to be able to do NDI as well as file transfers back and forth through both of my rigs, make sure everything's fine. I invested into it, but I wanted to save my money as best as I can. So it came out to be, after shipping and taxes, $87 for used Enterprise PCI 8 lane cards that are going to be for Ethernet, and they're single slots. That's for the switch. That's for one cable, and that's for 2 cards. I still got to get another cable, so that's probably going to be like another $5, $6 if you know where to look. I just need a certain cable, which is going to be for, it's the weird port. I'll probably have it up on screen right now. And as soon as I have that all hooked up and getting everything good, UHD 60 video over this NDI connection is 250 megabytes, give or take. And so if you have something in that regard and you just have one stream, NDI is a really good solution if you have a 10 gig network on top of everything else. But a 1 gig network, pretty much you're limited to 1080i 60 or less. You can't do 1080p unless it's 30, but then you only lose a little bit of its performance because you're mainly getting the resolution and then the refresh rate on top of it. So again, if you're going to be dealing with that, you might as well just go full tilt. There's a few other operations that you can do. Like you can get like a 4-slot 1 gig card, and then you can tag team all of it together with the throughput. But I don't know how well it works over NDI because of it's splitting it 4 ways. So I don't think that would be the best option when it comes to a lot of things. So that's why I wanted to go with this 10 gig card on top of everything else. And that's pretty much what that is. At the same time, I'm probably going to be getting it around April 11th or later because the shipping date that I have. A few other things that are with that as well is that when Outer Worlds I'm going to be covering, there's going to be a video talking to me about how I feel about the Epic Store and that whole debacle when it comes to that as well. So again, like there's a few different things when it comes to like Outer Worlds. Like personally, I would like to play it as well. Again, it's a single player driven experience with like AI that's going to be following you and a few other things, and it's going to be a really cool game because it's the people that made New Vegas. So again, it's going to be a really cool and interesting game that I would like to personally play. So getting back into a few other things. The other reason why I'm getting 10 gig is because I want to have a free NAS. And I want to have a free NAS that's for SSDs. The reason why is so that I can free up everything. So if I have a 10 gig network with 10 gig cards to be able to have everything running back and forth, I would have no problem whatsoever running this network on top of everything else, just scrubbing everything, getting everything backlogged. I mean, I already have like a 16U case. So I already have like the technology here. Like the case alone was like $300, and I got that like 2 years ago now, and I have barely even filled it up. I only put like a 4U server case in it for my main rig and my girlfriend's PC, which that needs a new case, but at the same time I'm probably just going to put another 4U case in it as well and probably paint it up and make it look pretty in pink to be like, this is Poonam's, or whatever she wants to have her thing colored. I don't know yet. I just want to say pink. Could be purple as well, but it would have to have the lights. I would have to have LEDs, and I would have to put a lot of work into it. So again, that's a whole nother job. But first, I want to get this kind of 10 gig stuff set up. So with that, the Switch, I got it for like $37. It's gonna be really cheap, but it's a full length. So I mean, I have my work cut out. I might need to trim it down. Might need to do some like metal sheathing, because none of these cars are like full length case. Like most of the PCBs are like this long or maybe this long, and then there's just open space, and I'm just like, why did you had to put it for that long? Might need to put it in another case, but I'd rather like reuse and recycle. That's why I got it from a charity event that was happening on eBay, where they were giving away electronics to a certain extent, pretty much giving away, but like they were covering shipping fees by paying for like the price. So a lot of people are already getting rid of like the single slotted 10 gig stuff, because now they're going for multi-channel stuff. So I got like 2 slots, which is exactly what I needed. So it's 2 slots regular, then 1 slot regular Ethernet. So you'll be seeing a few different iterations that I'll be doing. I already put up a photo of what I've been working on. It's always wires, always working on the wires when it comes to inside my 16U case. But I have all the room. I'm never going to turn on the top fans because they're loud as shit. I'll never do it because it never gets that hot in that case as well. Am I going to put it on a wall? So a few other things. Fallout 76 will be getting like pretty much regular standing updates when it comes to videos. I'm still going to be trying to work on another video kind of way. I've been doing Apex a lot because I love Apex, as I don't play it all the time. Now, if you do play Apex all the time, you can get burnt out. Like, it's part of the content game when it comes to all these people. You probably already see it on YouTube that, like, there's so many, like, this is some crazy plays. I've seen, it's like that. Like, it's another BR game that I have a lot of fun with. Now, I didn't really like Fortnite. I never really did because I didn't like the build mechanic. I kind of like the Halo mechanic. That's kind of why I signed up for the Halo Insight program to play Halo on PC, which I'm going to look up right now again because I'm like, it's in the email if I get it. So let's see. That's a different email, but nonetheless, that's pretty much what I'm waiting for, is like Halo Insider, so that I can play that. Of course, they make you sign an NDA, so you can't really show like a few different things for it. Like you can't really show people, you can't put pictures out there or anything else for that. So if you see kind of like messages of it in the community tab, that's fine. But as long as it does not explain anything, I'll just be like, look, this is probably pretty baller or something in those regards. Or because like the first one that's coming out on PC is Halo Reach. And it's going to be a very cool thing to see because I love Halo. Like my personal thing is Halo 3, like in the glory days of Halo 3, where you have like custom lobbies and you had like, you have to get knocked off by the sniper and you're going around a mongoose, or you're just playing Griffball, or it's Last Zombie, or you have to shoot around the ship. There were so many things that was fun with Halo 3. Halo 3 was my glory day of playing Halo all the time. So if I can relive that again on the Master Chief Collector's Edition on PC, even just for a little bit before it comes out, and just to help the community when it comes to just Halo in its entirety. Personally, you guys should definitely get it if you're on PC, because they're doing some wonders. They're working on mod support. They're working on a few other things. If it's shit, I'll definitely tell you guys personally, because that's pretty much how I've always been. If I'm passionate for a game, I'll play its heart out. That's why I like Fallout 76. I like Conan Exiles. I like DayZ Standalone. I like Apex Legends because it reminds me of features of Halo 3 and the shield mechanic and all that other stuff, because that's kind of why I love like Apex Legends too. So like if any game like really piques my interest, that's why I only put those videos and those games in the channels, because I like those games. Not that I want to see success all the time, because it'll be like, oh yeah, I don't have like this amount of, I don't care for that. I want to be as informative for you guys, for everybody that's been watching me like from day one, from Conan Exiles startups, for my DayZ compilations, stuff like that. Personally, that's how I view things, and I'm waiting for the summertime for what news is as well for the Ryzen 3 series, because there's a 16-core, 32-thread like monster that's 5 gigahertz that's coming out, and I want to see that monster, and I want to see how it does, because if it's better than my Threadripper, then I'll be like, all right, 4790K, you're gonna have to go bye-bye. I don't want, I would not want that anymore. I still have my 4770K. I think it's up here. A 4770K that I still have, because it still needs to be cleaned. It's been probably layered and caked with dust as well. It's just like, ooh. But like, yeah, I still got like a 4770K and i7 that's just laying in the closet because I don't know what to do with it. I'm like, I don't really know. I personally would like to have something to do with it, but at the same time, I don't really have the stuff ready for a NAS, nor can I afford a NAS. I could afford this 10 gig kind of setup because like it was 86 bucks. Like, how can you argue 86 bucks? You're getting 3 things with it. You're getting better connection, you can use your hardware better, and then at the same time, like, you can be able to just go back and forth as best as you can when it comes to most of this kind of stuff. Like, I can be able to file transfer for both. I could be able to NDI, like, both things at the same time, which is going to be really crazy. And then on top of that, this is the crazy part. So let's say, for example, I just want to like throw as much as I want into one thing. I'd be fine. I mean, I'm not going to be getting a 40 gig like network switch at home and then I'm going to be running 4 lines in parallel. No, I'm not going to do that. But again, that's my update. That's everything that I'm going to be doing. And yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, this is my update. So if you guys like it, leave a comment down below. If you really like my stuff, you can sub. You can look at my catalog of videos. You could just go on videos and see it. And if you really want to support me, there's Patreon as well down below, as well as my Discord. I talk to everybody as best as I can for when I actually have time to, in the middle of like myself making videos and going back and forth. So have a good one, guys.